was held in a variety of Herreid and Selby.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to an American News presentation of South Dakota High School football on American News Live Sports. We come to you from Selby as NVC presents Class 9A football playoffs between the Warner Monarchs and the Herreid Selby Wolverines. I'm Will Elkins of the American News. I'll be calling tonight's game. And the SDHSAA reminds you there's just one place where students are students first and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That is in South Dakota's high schools. Participation in activities includes the joy of competition and leads to greater achievement in other areas, including academics. High school activities are more than extracurricular, they are extra important too. And tonight's game is brought to you by NVC, Internet for All of Brown and Spink County. For just $14.95 per month for 6 months, you'll receive the fast and reliable internet service you've come to expect. Call 725-1000 for more details or stop to an NVC store near you. Offer for new internet customers only. NVC, proud sponsor of American News Live Sports. And American News Live Sports would like to thank all of our sponsors: NVC, Aberdeen Orthopedics, CNB Operations, Campbell County Bank, The Den in Selby, Farm Forum, Farmers Union Oil in Chelsea, and Millette Travel Plaza, Herreid Value Market, Jark Worley Auction Services, Northern Plains Co-op in Gettysburg and Selby, Outdoor Forum, Pearson Ford, Roadhouse Bar and Grill, Shorty's One Stop, Stoic Food Center, Subway, Timeout Lounge, and Walworth County Implement. Thank you to all of our sponsors. It is the first week of playoffs here in South Dakota, and we at American News Live Sports could not be more thrilled to bring you this game here tonight. Herreid, Selby, and Warner, two 6-2 teams just on the outsides, finishing the year of the top five in Class 9A. Both have been in the running all season long. They can both put up points in a hurry. So we might actually end up with a track meet here tonight from Johnson Memorial Field here in Selby. The Warner Monarchs come in with a record again, like I said, 6-2. Last Thursday was the last regular season game for them. They had no trouble with Northwestern, winning easily 54-14. After trading scores with the Wildcats to start that game, the Monarchs then hung 40 unanswered points on the scoreboard. They ended up with 443 total yards, led, as always, by senior running back Derek Tuska. He finished with only 7 carries, but he had 137 yards, and I did the math. That's 19.5 yards per carry. That is a pretty good average if you're out there running the ball. He also had one 86-yard touchdown run in that yardage, so he was definitely breaking off the big plays as well. He also nabbed 2 more touchdowns through the air. He finished with 2 touchdowns and 2 receptions for 86 yards. Oh, by the way, he also led all defenders with 11 tackles. I mean, he was pretty much doing it all, and of course he's also the kicker for the Monarchs too. So he was everywhere all at once. The Monarchs have been in and out of the polls all season this year. They finished just outside the top 5 for Class 9A. As I mentioned, they can really put points up on the board in a hurry. In their 8 games this year, Warner averaged 38 points per game. Now, one thing that I did notice when I took a look at some of their point differences with their opponents, that both of the losses that Warner has had this year, which was to Wolsey Wessington and Faulkton, they did not score more than 30 points. They actually, highest in those losses was 26, and that was to Wolsey Wessington. So that could be an area that the Monarchs are going to have to keep an eye out on the scoreboard tonight to make sure that they can get close and score enough points is what they need to do. Of course, Coach Hayline all season when we've had him on the American News Live Sports Game of the Week preview, he's mentioned several times defense has been a big concern for him. So his offense has to be able to run up and down the field and score a lot of points to kind of offset some of those challenges that they have on the other side of the ball. Herreid Selby Wolverines also with an identical record of 6-2. Their final game last Thursday was a lot closer than what the Monarchs had to deal with. They came away with a 1-point victory against Eureka Battle, 35-34. Hero of that night was sophomore Logan Schaefbauer. He had 13 carries for 121 yards and 3 touchdowns, 6 receptions for 133 yards and 2 more scores. He was also responsible for scoring the go-ahead touchdown in the third quarter. And he had the game-saving interception with about 1 minute left in the game. So Schaefbauer was the saving grace for the Wolverines. And their defense really came up and did a good job for the Wolverines last game. They also had some defensive challenges with some younger players as well as some injuries that they faced this season. They've had several close games towards the end of this regular season heading into the playoffs. They had that 7-point win in Harding County 2 weeks ago. And again, they had a tougher game last week against Eureka Battle than did the Monarchs. So they actually could pay off in some experience coming into the playoffs and might give them a little bit more of a saltiness out there to not let adversity get to them very quickly, as they kind of have had to play some tough opponents. They also have a very explosive offense. They average 45 points per game. The average margin of victory is 32 points. And their biggest was 51 against McLaughlin, where they scored 73 total points in that game. That's going to bring us to tonight's keys to the game as we see our captains out at midfield doing the coin toss. And those keys to the game are brought to you by Pearson Ford in Aberdeen. Take a timeout real quick. See, it looks like coin toss has been figured out, and Warner won it, it looks like. And Herreid Selby will set to receive tonight's the opening kickoff. So Pearson Ford in Aberdeen is the area's largest fleet-priced Ford dealer. Let the team at Pearson help you find keys to your next Ford, Lincoln, or dependable pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. For Warner tonight, they need to not rely solely on Derek Tuska. Now, it's going to be hard as he's one of the key points in their offense, but Herreid Selby is a veteran squad compared to Warner. They're going to be keying on Tuska all night, so the offense really has to spread that wealth and capitalize on all of their weapons that they have. One man in the playoffs is not going to beat 9 this part of the season. So as good as Tuska is, he can be shut down, and he can actually have, run rampant all over a defense, and they could still possibly lose as the competition is that high in the playoffs. For Herreid Selby, we say they need to play that contained defense. The Monarchs are 0-2 in games this year when they don't crack 30 points. Warner's used to being able to move up and down the field at ease and run up the score. Staying home on defense and not overcommitting on tackles will keep Warner from breaking off those long runs. So Herreid Selby needs to ride that defensive momentum that they had last game against Eureka Battle tonight against the Monarchs to come away with a first-round playoff victory. And those are tonight's keys to the game, which are brought to you by Pearson Ford. Visit PearsonFord.com to see all of their new and pre-owned inventory today. Pearson Ford, 701 Auto Plaza Drive in Aberdeen. And remember, at the end of tonight's game, we always will be giving away our Subway of Aberdeen Player of the Game Award. It's given to the athlete who contributes the most to their team during tonight's Game of the Week. Player receives a free t-shirt and sub, courtesy of Subway of Aberdeen, where 2 of your favorite subs are now October values. Grab a 6-inch Black Forest ham for only $3 or a $5 footlong meatball marinara. Only at Subway. Eat fresh. I've pretty much, over the last couple years of following Warner specifically, with Derek and then his older brother Jared, who also played with him in football and basketball, I think I've almost furnished them an entire wardrobe from their free t-shirts that we've given away, as the Tuska brothers have come away with a lot of the Player of the Game awards. So now we've also had several from Herreid Selby as well, so we'll see how it pans out here tonight. It's has the potential to be a really exciting game here tonight, as defense is going to be probably the key factor in tonight's game. We already had our keys of the game, but these two teams are both, they've had their issues this season with defense, so I think whoever can come out early, smack the other team in the mouth, and really set that pace on defense is probably going to be coming away the victor. Remember, next week we're going to have, actually on Thursday, we're going to have more playoff coverage. We'll let you know exactly where that will be. We'll find out the pairings tonight late, and if we have them in time, we'll make sure to put them up on Facebook and on Twitter, so make sure you follow that. And remember, anytime you're at another game, make sure you tweet the scores and what's happening where you're at on Twitter with the hashtag ANScores. That gets it up on the American News webpage as well as into our apps. Help everybody out and get to see what happening around the state. And that's going to be a perfect time to have our first scoreboard update, which is brought to you by C&B Operations, with 4 great locations to serve you in Miller, Gettysburg, Roscoe, and Selby. This game ended at the half. West Central 56, Cheyenne Eagle Butte nothing. Parkston lead Deadwood 49-0 with 5:34 left in the first. This scoreboard update was brought to you by C&B Operations. Check them out on the web at deerequipment.com. And now we're going to turn it over here in Selby to the PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups and the playing of our national anthem.
For tonight's Selby round playoff action between the Warner Monarchs and your own Selby area Wolverines. The South Dakota High School Activities Association and the lead partner Stanford Health, the premier partner First Premier Bank Card, the community partner Farmers Union Insurance, the only partner South Dakota Army National Guard, and the proud corporate sponsor Billion Automotive. Welcome you to tonight's game. High school sports are a privilege to play and a privilege to watch, a privilege that depends on good sportsmanship. We have the potential for a great game. Let's make it happen with the positive support. Your officials for tonight's game are Mitch Johnson, Mike Esser, Darren Lorenz, David Pearson, and Vern Bogue. Now introducing the starting defensive unit for the Warner Monarchs. Starting at an end, a junior number 3, J.P. Henson.
He's a familiar face. He's been up in...
Starting at linebacker, a senior number 5, Ryan Heilman.
And, like I said, very
Starting at a safety, number 7, a sophomore, Tyler Roselle.
the Monarchs do here tonight.
Starting at a linebacker, a sophomore, number 34, Ryder Furman.
Close to what they were back.
Starting at a safety, a senior number 40, Creighton Peck.
You're long.
Starting at a linebacker, a senior number 44, Derek Tuska.
Mitch Johnson.
Starting at a linebacker, a sophomore, number 45, Jack Braun.
Vern Bogue.
Starting at an end, a junior number 55, Justin Vignana. And starting in the guard, a junior number 58, Dawson McNeil.
Please take away.
Head coach for the Monarchs is Kieran Hayline. Assistant coaches are Keith Coopy, Derek Hayline, Jason Jung, Rob Erickson, Brad Heath, Doug Griffin, and Justin McCord. Your cheerleaders for the Monarchs are Riley Furman, Michaela Hay, Reagan Smith, Brianna Palmer, Tanya Green, and Megan Zerb.
Oh yeah, Brady. It's Brady.
Brandon Force.
And now your starting offensive unit for your own Wolverines.
This is awesome.
Starting at quarterback is the junior number 1, Brady Fiedler.
And that's from your South Dakota.
Starting at running back, a sophomore, number 7, Logan Schaefauer.
Did lose the toss.
Starting at fullback, a junior number 8, Carson Gearing.
They will receive from the East.
Starting at running back, a senior number 24, Cooper Schaefauer.
Is out of the Northwest.
Starting at the end, a junior number 25, John Begeman.
Wolverines. Starting
Starting at center, a senior number 50, Ethan Diver.
Junior wearing the number 25.
Starting at guard, a senior number 54, Josh Orth.
6 foot 215 pounds.
Starting at the other end, a sophomore number 55, Dylan Bradner. And starting at the guard, a junior number 66, Tanner Flesh.
Josh Orth.
Head coach for the Wolverines is Jeff Costers. Assistant coach is Chris Heddick, Clayton Randall, Justin Karst, Kenny Pudwell, Lance Vandervorst, and Kennedy Costers. Your cheerleaders for the Wolverines are Grace Gearing, Beth Feldheim, Kara Thorstenson, Michaela Seibel, and Kaylee Walker.
155-pound junior. Your two backs tonight are going to be Cooper and Logan Schaefbauer. Cooper wearing...
We ask they all please stand for the playing of the national anthem. The proper respect, stand at attention, move your cap, face the flag, and place your right hand over your heart. The Wolverine Pep Band under the direction of Sam Glasgow will now play our national anthem.
101. Derek, would you go ahead and right after this ad, load the MDU ad and then get it back? Please. After this ad, load the MDU ad.
And we are set to go here in Selby for the first round of the Class 9A state playoffs. Will Elkins on the mic talking at you. Thanks for being here with us on another great American News Live Sports game night. First round, Herreid Selby hosting Warner. Warner won the toss and then deferred over to the Wolverines. They decided to receive to start tonight's game. Tuska, of course, is the kicker for Warner, as he always lines up and they do that run up to the line and then spread out. Of course, you always have to worry about an onside kick with that style. Looks like Jangula and Logan Schaefbauer to receive the kick here. Excuse me, that's Argelin and Schaefbauer. Schaefbauer's to the right. And we are ready to go here in Selby. First kick, 7:05, is going to be taken by Logan Schaefbauer. Looking up towards the middle, gets a seam, still up, has to get away from Tuska, but he cannot do it. Nice return, going to be brought down at about the 37-yard line. That's going to be their start. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
Wolverines at their own 36-yard line.
Brady Fiedler, the junior quarterback for the Wolverines, will call the play in the huddle and lead his men up to the line. We go double wing formation. One in the backfield, that's Gehring, as Fiedler's under center. Looks like we might bring some backers from the Monarchs. He gets through, but they go right up the gut. Maybe picks up one on the carry. That's Gehring. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
38-yard line.
Monarchs were bringing up. They only had 3 down on the defensive line. They were able to crowd the box with a little effort, shut down those gaps. Not much of a push on the front line early on here from the Wolverines. We have 2 in the backfield, split backfield for Fiedler. Man in motion, that's Logan Schaefbauer. He tries to turn the corner, immediately slung back by Derek Tuska. Schaefbauer had nowhere to go on that play. He was looking to turn, but again, they just like the Wolverines on D are going to key on Tuska, the Monarchs are going to key on Schaefbauer after having that career night last Thursday. So that actually moves them back 2nd and 9 here with 10:50 on the clock in the first quarter. Ready that double wing again. There's a snap to Fiedler. Holds on to it. It looked like he was looking for a pass, but he's going to be dropped in the backfield for a sack. Derek Tuska came shooting through that gap right past the center. Grabbed Fiedler as he was doing his fake handoffs there in the backfield. Was looking to turn and start to throw, but that's going to bring up now 4th and 15 for Herreid Selby. Warner defense coming up big here early on. Offensive line is going to have to worry about Tuska all night in the middle of the field coming through those gaps. They need to shore up that next time they're on the field. Argelin grabs the ball off the turf, bounces, and it's going to be taken at about the 35. Maybe picks up a couple more. Braun is brought down right around the 40. Tackle is going to be made by Pudwell. Zach Pudwell on the tackle off the punt recovery. So that'll be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Farmers Union Oil in Chelsea and the Millette Travel Plaza are proud supporters in tonight's simulcast. Just off South Highway 281, the Millette Travel Plaza has all your goodies and cutting-edge alternative fuels for the latest clean energy cars and trucks. Best of luck, Big Blue, from Farmers Union Oil and the Millette Travel Plaza. Roselle comes up under center, and we've got flags already here. I'm not sure. It looks like we're going to have a lined up offsides. I think it's going to be It will be against the Wolverines. They lined up in the neutral zone. So that'll give them an extra 5 yards there, and that's something that the Wolverines do not want to do tonight, is just give up free yardage to Warner. So now that moves them up 1st and 5 on the 46. Oh, Roselle now under center again. One in motion. Fakes. He's going to 3-step drop. He's being flushed out of the backfield. He's on the run to the left. Throws. Gets it to Tuska. He knocked out, but he stays in. Turns right back around. Picks up the first down. He's going to be pushed out right on the other side of midfield. Going to be spotted at the 48. First down for the Monarchs. Tanner Lesh came into the backfield and flushed out Roselle, but he was able to keep his head on the swivel, was able to find some room to run and connect with Tuska. So now double formation. Tuska has it on the end around. Looking for some blockers. Can't find a couple. Was able to maybe pick up 3 on it. That might bring up 2nd and 7. Carson Gearing made the tackle for the Wolverines. Good job by Bradner and Gearing. They were being blocked on that sweep from Tuska, but they were able to shed their blocks and at least collapse down on Tuska before he could really get moving. Still picks up a nice chunk of yardage before he's brought down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 now. Ball's on about the 42-yard line. Right in the backfield. It's the Furman, I believe. Trayton Peck. Went right up the middle on the fullback position. Tackle was made by Cooper Schaefbauer, number 24. So it's going to be just shy of a first down. It'll bring up about 3rd and 1. Early 3rd down conversion situation for the Monarchs. See if they can convert here. 8.5 remaining in this first. Right into the middle, right up the gut to Tuska. Just with that power, is able to get across. That will be enough for the first down. Tackle is going to be made by Dylan Bradner.
Good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Monarchs at the 37.
The ball's going to be spotted at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Warner. Stoic Food Center in Selby would like to wish the Wolverines best of luck tonight. Serving the Selby area since 1955, Stoic Food Center. Great small-town service with a big smile. Now we're going to have a man split each side for Roselle, who will be under center. He's got one in the slot to the left. Tuska's in the backfield. Wolverines bring the pressure. They bring up their backers. Schaefbauer's trying to string him out towards the outside, and he does. Maybe only picks up 1 or 2. Good job by Schaefbauer, and I believe Vandervorst is going to actually pick up the tackle on that, as Cooper Schaefbauer was chasing Tuska, but just couldn't. Tuska could not shake him, trying to find a place to go, and just the angles were right for the Wolverines and be able to bring him down. Now 2nd and 8. Double wing tight this time. Wolverines load the box. Right up the middle. Hand off to Peck again, one of the workhorses of this Monarchs offense. Another tackle made by Cooper Schaefbauer. So it'll be an 8-yard pickup. It's going to bring up another 3rd and 1. You might see another power straight right up the middle from Tuska. Roselle brings up that double tight again. Tuska goes in motion from the wing. They hand it to Peck right up the middle, and interesting to see where they spot this one. Emmett Boley makes the tackle, but it's going to be enough for the first down for Monarchs. That's 2 third down conversions once again, picked up by Warner. So the Monarchs are driving, 6:50 left on the clock here in the first quarter. We're still tied 0 apiece. Tuska goes in motion. It's a 5-step drop. He finds his man. That's number 3, J.P. Henson, still up, found some blockers. Finally brought down close to the first down. See where they spot this one, and they're going to say sticks are moving, so that'll be first down for Warner. Well, about the second pass we've seen tonight from the Monarchs. Roselle's been on the money both times. So looks like they can pick up a first down before they score. Ball's on about the 12-yard line. They give it to Tuska. Waltzes one guy, just is able to waltz right in for the touchdown. 18 yards in for the score. Derek Tuska puts the Monarchs up 6-0 here early in the first.
Our score now, 6-0, 6-18 left in the first.
Looked like a pinball just ricocheting through the top part of the machine as Tuska comes away with early 6.
I think Coach is going to need some more of that prime rib. To take on Tuska and head on like that.
And we're going to go for 2 here. Roselle's under center. He's got the power eye. They pitch it in the backfield to Tuska. Gets away from 1. Just bowls his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Wolverine 6.
Our score, 6:18 left to go.
With 6:18 left in the game, Warner 8, Wolverines nothing here on the American News Live Sports playoff coverage live from Selby. Jark Worley Auction Service specializes in real estate, farm, and antique auctions. They have the experience, technology, and personnel to handle all of your auction needs. Call them at 605-225-1828 to find out what they can do for you. Jark Worley Auction Service would like to wish the Warner Monarchs good luck in tonight's game. Go Big Blue!
He's just picking himself off the railroad track. He's just picking himself up off the railroad.
Warner on their first offensive possession of the game. Started at about their own 35, went all the way downfield, got some pressure from the Wolverines on defense, but Roselle was able to keep his head about him, was able to throw on the run, pick up some yardage when they needed it. A couple third down conversions early, which was pretty good to see. That the Wolverines were already playing smart and only saw 1 flag. It did go against Herreid Selby. Culminated all together with an 18-yard touchdown run from Derek Tuska, and he also came away with the 2-pointer, and that's where we stand. 6:18 left here in the first. 8-0 Monarchs. Wolverines going to see what they can do. They respond here. Argelin and Logan Schaefbauer back to receive the Tuska kick.
They're all lined up real tight. Again, that's the Eureka ball.
And they went for the quick kick this time. I think it's going to go right into the end zone. Had the wind to his back. You can see the flags on the uprights are going in that direction, so it'll be 1st and 10. Ball's going to be on the 20-yard line for the Wolverines. Shorty's One Stop in Selby wishes the Wolverines the best. When in Selby, don't stop short. Make it Shorty's One Stop for your gas and goodies. Stop them short of the goal line, Wolverines. And, of course, now they're just trying to get through the goal line here. It's their second offensive series of the game. Fiedler under center. Hands it right up the middle. Picks up a couple from Gehring. Quickly brought down by the Monarchs. Tuska again on the tackle. So that'll bring up 2nd and 6 as Gehring was able to muscle his way through that pack of Monarchs. Good job, a lot of strength there from the junior running back. Now the I formation again. They pitch in the backfield. Cooper Schaefbauer dances his way back to the middle. Has 1 on his back. He's going to be brought down by Roselle. Not going to pick up many. Maybe gets 1 on the carry. That'll now bring up 3rd down and 5. And looks like we're going to have, we got a timeout. Ref's called timeout real quick. Officials, he's checking something over in the corner of the end zone. I think somebody's got their lights on. He's pointing into, there we go. So we've got that figured out. Clock's winding. Here we go again. Power I formation for the Wolverines. They're on about their own 25. Cooper Schaefbauer
Cooper on the carry.
goes through the middle yet again. The Monarchs are saying the ball came loose and that they ended up with it. And no, they're going to say it stays with the Wolverines, though. Maybe picks up one, if that, 4th and 5. And another 4th down faced by Coach Costers and Herreid Selby. Jack Braun steps back to look for the punt around the 45-yard line. Argelin steps back. Here's the kick. It's a good one. Wobbly about the 45-yard line. That's where Braun takes it. Finding some room around the left side. Takes one hit, gives another. Brought down by 3 different Wolverines on the 45-yard line of Herreid Selby. That's where the Monarchs pick up 1st and 10 with 4:30 left in the first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard.
The Den in Selby extends best wishes to the Wolverines. The Den in Selby is under new management and excited about some new changes. Don't miss the Den's 250 beers on Halloween. Best of luck, Wolverines. And of course, only if you're of age. Roselle has the wishbone formation behind him. Here come the backers for the Wolverines. They get in the backfield and meet early on. Tackle was going to be made by Ethan Dybert. They came straight through that line. Peck didn't have anywhere to go. They handed off to him on the right side of the wishbone. And then here comes a solid wall of purple. Purple raining down on him there. Refs actually have a flag on the field, and it's going to, looks like leading with the helmet against the Wolverines. Looks like he might have hit him first with the helmet, and the Monarchs are going to take this penalty. One you don't see every day out there. And of course, safety is always paramount in these games. So unfortunately, the Wolverines look like they had a pretty decent stop in the backfield. Now they're going to march off. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It'll be an automatic first down. Ball's going to be put down. 1st and 10 at the Wolverines' 30-yard line. So Dybert shot through the line, and unfortunately it was all for naught as he had a personal foul, I believe, leading with his helmet. So we got one split out each side. Roselle is under center. And we got flags on the field again. Looks like it's going to go against Herreid Selby. It'll be an offside on the Wolverines. 2 straight in a row. That's 20 yards in penalties in 2 plays. Coach Costers cannot be happy about that. So the Monarchs benefiting on some mental mistakes here from the Wolverines, and now they move into a power I formation, 1 split each way. Roselle. Quick step drop, looking into the end zone. He is wide open. Touchdown, Monarchs. Ryan Heilman picks up the 30-yard touchdown reception. Roselle connects. He had no competition in the end zone. And now the Monarchs. Monarchs now go up 14-0 here. So now they're lining up for 2. They split Tuska and Furman out to the left side. Handed right straight up the middle, and a nice goal line stop by the Wolverines is going to stop them short of the 2-pointer, so it's going to try to stop the bleeding here for the moment. So with 3:53 left on the clock, Warner 14, Herreid Selby nothing. Wolverines defense came up with a stop there on the 2-point conversion after a 30-yard pass from Roselle to Heilman ended with a second Monarch score.
That was doing great. What a guy, huh?
Speaking of scores, let's take another look at our Scoreboard update brought to you by C&B Operations with 4 great locations to serve you in Miller, Gettysburg, Roscoe, and Selby. Another game you can see right now on American News Live Sports. Ron Colley, Redfield, Dalton Cox with a 21-yard touchdown run as Ron Colley gets on the board and leads the Pheasants 7-0 with 3:04 left in the first. Another final at halftime. Parkston takes out Lee Deadwood 56-0. And another final at the half. West Central 56, Cheyenne Eagle Butte 0. Del Rapids St. Mary's 22, Waverly South Shore 16 at the half. And this scoreboard update was brought to you by C&B Operations. Check them out on the web at deerequipment.com. That scoring drive for the Monarchs was actually kind of dominated by some Herreid Selby penalties. It gave them about 23 yards on that, and they started already in the Wolverines' territory off the punt from Argolin. So short field for the Monarchs on that second scoring drive.
Schaefbauer and Israel.
Schaefbauer and Argolin back to receive the kick from Tuska. He's going to go over to Logan Schaefbauer on the left side. Goes back up the middle. There's a big hole right in the middle of the field. He slips right at about the 30-yard line. He had some room to run. Unfortunately, lost his footing. And they're going to spot him down at the 32-yard line. Fortunately, lost his footing there. 1st and 10, Wolverines.
They're going to have to get something going now just so they can get some confidence.
Absolutely. They're going to need one of them all-famous fast breaks right now.
Double wing formation as Fiedler is under center. 3 in the back, 3 lined up for the Monarchs. Looks like we got a offside penalty on the right end. I believe that's against Obaniana, excuse me. So that will be a pickup of 5 yards for the Wolverines. That brings up 1st and 5 now. Ball's going to be spotted on the 37-yard line. This time the Wolverines get to take advantage of some penalty yardage. 3 down linemen for the Monarchs. Still that double wing formation. In the backfield, Cooper Schaefbauer picks up the first down and brought down at about the 47-yard line. Tackle was made, of course, by Derek Tuska. So 2 of the star players keying on each other on offense and defense there from both sides. But Schaefbauer was able to get some decent blocking on the outside. Good job by the wingbacks to kind of lead the way and picks up a Wolverines much-needed first down. 3:40 on the clock left in the first. Score still 14-0 lead by Warner. Wolverines looking to get on the board. They've got a 1st and 10 here. Schaefbauer again. Some blocks on the outside. This time he only picks up 2. Knocked out of bounds. Roselle makes the tackle along with Tuska as they knock him out of bounds. 1-yard pickup. 2nd down and 9. 2 plays, the exact same back-to-back there. This time, instead of going for 12, it only went for 1. If it ain't broke, don't fix it and run it till you can't anymore. It looks like the Coach Custer's idea on that play, so he still picked up some positive yardage. So we'll see what they decide to go here now. 2nd down and 9. That double wing again. Schaefbauer has it. 3 straight runs, and he's on his feet and still going. Could finally just brought down at the 40-yard line by Peck. Trayton Peck with a touchdown-saving tackle right there. As Schaefbauer went right up the middle, had a nice burst of speed through the pack, and picks up another Herreid Selby first down. They get across midfield. Nose of the ball is on the Monarch 40-yard line. It's the first time the Wolverines, I think, have cracked midfield. Fiedler again under center. Schaefbauer has it. Quickly met in the backfield. I think it's going to be no gain on the carry. Ryder Furman made the tackle in the backfield for the Monarchs. He came around the ends. Kind of sandwiched Schaefbauer in the backfield. So now actually going to be a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Up come the Wolverines looking to get on the board here before the end of the first quarter. 2 minutes left here. 2-minute drill, so to speak, in the first quarter. Almost an offsides, but they didn't get it off in time. This time they give it to Cooper Schaefbauer. Moves the pile along with him, kept those legs running. About 8 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
5.
3rd and 5 now.
They'll mark him shorter a little bit than what I could see. Bad angle. It'll be 3rd and 5. Ball's on the 35-yard line. Got him out of a nice, pretty small hole there from Cooper Schaefbauer. Power eye with Schaefbauer in the left wing. Goes to Logan. There's that speed. There he goes. Oh, only had one man to beat again. It was Peck. Again, Peck with another touchdown-saving tackle. Peck at that linebacker position. They're playing him off the line quite a bit, almost like in a safety kind of zone, but he's not that far back. Makes 2 touchdown-saving tackles, but not before the Wolverines can pick up another first down.
For the Wolverines at the 17-yard line.
Ball's now at the 17-yard line of the Monarchs. Approaching 1 minute left in the first. In the backfield, Schaefbauer had most of it. He hop, skips, jumps his way. Close. Going to be close to a first down. Braun makes the stop. It's going to be 1 shy of the first down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 1. Ball is down at about the 9-yard line. Wolverines trying to punch it through before we end this in this quarter. Wishbone, Fiedler gets under the center. In the backfield is Schaefbauer, scoops away from 1, gets over to the corner. Touchdown, Herreid Selby. 9-yard touchdown run by Logan Schaefbauer. Only fitting he ends up with the score as he was the workhorse there, digging him out of a hole. Pretty much gave him the ball 5-6 plays straight, and he picks up the first Wolverine score.
Absolutely, same play. Look for the
Good blocking on the left side.